Welcome back again, guys, to Little Paul of Horrors. I am Little Paul, and here is my channel, Little Paul of Horrors. Welcome to those who are new. Welcome back to those who are not new and who have been here before. And stay around, stick around, because I've got some things that I like to say about this movie right here. Saw 10. Yes. It's been a while. I've been wanting to talk about Saw for a while, and now I'm getting a chance to, and I'm really stoked about this. Stoked. Isn't that an old term? So stoked. Anyway, so Saw 10 is an excellent horror movie because there's a lot to unbox here. But there's a few topics that I like to really primarily discuss about this movie because it is a fantastic movie. So the movie itself was directed by Kevin Greutert, or Greutert, if you would like to say it that way. And it actually was released on September 29th, 2023 of last year. Okay. And the following is the cast. So we have Tobin Bell, who has come back as John Kramer. We have Shawnee Smith as Amanda Young. We have Synovi Makodi Lund, and I hope I pronounced that correctly, as Cecilia Peterson. Then we have Stephen Brand as Parker Sears. We have Renata Vaca as Gabriella. Then Joshua Okamoto as Diego, and Octavio Hinojasa as Mateo, and then Paulette Hernandez as Valentina. So this movie was primarily directed in Mexico City. I did notice that it was a thumbs up. Again, I'm sorry, that is my camera. It does that. It is a thumbs up. So just appreciate or don't appreciate it. It does what it does. So this movie was directed in Mexico City. And this movie resonated with me, just like the first one did. And there are a lot, like, obviously it's a huge franchise and makes lots and lots of money. And, unfortunately, Jigsaw and Spiral weren't so great. They weren't those fantastic movies, those types of fantastic movies within the franchise. But the franchise made this one, so Saw 10 or Saw X, however you would like to call it. And it makes you think. It really does make you think, because it's a sequel, a direct sequel to the first one, but a prequel to the second one. So it's in between the two, okay? But I want to focus on this movie and how it relates to the first one and what it means. This movie to me, and I believe that the director himself, Kevin, is trying to say, is that, and in all of the movies, all of them, they have the same message. But the message primarily in this movie is there's a few messages. One of them is, do not take life for granted, because it's important to appreciate life. And the second thing is, do not take a sick person for granted, because that is one of the worst things that you can ever do. So the story is basically based upon the fact that, John Kramer finds out that he's dying, and he finds out that there's this procedure that is being done in Mexico, and that they can cure him. So basically what happens is that they defraud him of his money, right? And then when he goes back, he finds out that no, nothing was done. The cancer's still there. It's even worse. He goes back to the he goes back to the place where he had the surgery done, finds out that it was all a scam. And this part of the movie really angered me. And it angered me because it brought out that human raw emotion of, how dare you guys do something like that? Yes, aside from the hacking and the slashing and all of these torment devices, or these devices meant to torment and, making the impossible decision, two wrongs don't make a right. How dare he put them in a situation where they have to, he's not any better than them. I've heard it all before. And no, I don't agree with it. Why? Because these people are disgusting people, especially in this movie. You're taking life for granted, and then you're taking advantage of a man who is dying, or a person, man or a woman, dying of a disease. And you put them in a situation where you give them hope, but then you take it away because you want to you want to make a fucking quick, easy buck, and then you try to rationalize it to them during the movie. Like, what gall and audacity. Very well written script, by the way. But it does raise that question that, you're trying to validate the reason of you doing this to this person. And you're upset now that you're caught in these contraptions, and you're being put in a situation that you need to do something really, you have to make a really tough decision, right? You have to make a tough decision as to what you're going to do to yourself in order for you to live. While this person who you have frauded, yes, has put you in this contraption, yes, has taken you against your will, but you did something wrong. And what you did was you took advantage of a person who's dying for your own disgusting, selfish reasons. So yes, I have absolutely no sympathy for these people on screen. None whatsoever. And I know it's a movie, but these characters, they could die. I feel nothing for them. Because you go ahead and you take advantage of a person that's dying. That is almost the singular most disgusting thing you could do to a person who is dying. Is A, give them hope, and then B, take them for their money. So this movie speaks out to that. And it also states that, karma is going to get back to you if you believe in that. The universal law is whatever you reap, you sow. Whatever you sow, you reap. Whatever you do unto others will be done unto you, if you want to get biblical. Or just very simple, whatever goes around comes around. So what happens there? What do we get to? These are the fundamental questions that you can ask yourself when you're watching this movie. Because yes, he does not deserve this. And he puts him in a situation where they have to do something that has to, like, cut off their leg or drill a hole inside their head for them to survive. It's up to them. So basically, don't take life for granted. Live life. Enjoy life. No one's perfect, right? We're going to make our mistakes. We're going to trip. We're going to stumble. We're going to fall. We're going to, hurt people in the process. Ask for forgiveness. Have empathy. Have compassion. And understand that what these people did in this movie is just wrong. And do they get hacked to pieces? Yes, they do. Do I feel anything? No, I don't. I relish every moment of that because they deserve it. Because that's what life says to you. You do something wrong to a person and you don't show any type of empathy. You don't show any type of, you don't ask for forgiveness. You show no remorse. Where's the humanity in that? So this movie shows that there is, within this dichotomy, I guess you could say, of human expression, of human understanding. The understanding and the complexities of humanity and our characteristics and our emotional capabilities. What happens? So in this movie, very simple. You do something to a person, that person can get you back. And if it's not that person, life will get you back. I'm more for let life get you back. You don't have to exact revenge on this person. You don't need to do that because life will do that for you. Believe me, it will. You don't need to do that. But this movie, it's like saying that you did something. It basically shows you did something to this person. So this person, John Kramer, is like life getting back at you for what you had done. That's how I see the movie. And from the research that I've done, the people that I've spoken to, because yes, I do speak to people about this, right? I just don't, come out of nothing and with no research and no background. There are people that I've spoken to that find that this movie, specifically Saw 10, Saw X, this movie brings that to light and states that right in your face. You do something wrong to this, you do something wrong, something is going to happen to you. And then you have those really evil people that try to validate the reason why they did something wrong. And no, I don't feel sorry for you. I don't. So this movie brings into mind and brings right to your face very, very simply and very, very, very clearly. And it states to you, life is a gift. Yes, it is. Understand that your life is shared with other people. Don't hurt other people. Don't take advantage of other people. And if you do, as disgusting as this happened, as what these people did to John, then life is going to get back at you. Life is going to give you your comeuppance. And that's what I believe that this movie is about. And a lot of people do. And that's why it resonates, because, you know, it just shows humanity at its most vile. And it also shows humanity at its most compassionate, especially in that scene with the little boy and John Kramer. Think about that for a moment if you've watched this movie. And if you haven't, go and watch it. It's very, very good. It's an excellent movie because there's so many relevant themes. But the most is that for me. That's my opinion. This is how I see it. Now, the movie itself, there's a funny little thing that happened that I laughed when I read this and when I researched this. Stephen Forner, he's the assistant editor of the film. He was the assistant editor, and he had the story is that he had the police called on him because while he was editing the scenes of these of the actors being hacked to pieces, of the machines, killing them, there were people within Mexico City that were within the area that actually heard this and thought that that people were being tortured. So when the police were called, the police actually came to the establishment, to the place where he was editing, and then he says, no, I'm the editor, I'm doing this for this, and he explains the whole situation, and then the police were like, no, we believe you, we heard about this, so yes, okay, that's fine. So it's kind of funny, it's like, but it goes to show that even within that moment, right, people still give a crap because they show that they care, because they hear something, they don't know where it's coming from, so let's call the police and see what we could do. So even within there, humanity, the goodness of humanity, the goodness of people, to hear that and to call to see if they can help. That's what I derived from that story. So yes, is it funny? Yes. But does it have a meaning? I think so too. The movie itself, well, $13 million to make. Not much. $13 million, not much to make a Saw movie. And it reaped back $111.8 million at the box office with an 80% Rotten Tomatoes score. Did very, very well. And then there was an announcement that was made that on September 27th of this year, Saw 11 by the same director by Kevin Greutert was going to be coming out. But it was pushed back until April 2025. Not April 2025, but September 2025. So the release date of Saw 11, which is supposed to be a direct sequel to Saw X or Saw 10, is going to be coming out on September the 26th, 2025. So looking forward to that too. I really do enjoy the movies. They're great. There's a lot of themes and mores and social aspects that you unpack from these movies, and from this one, that's what I unpacked. That's what I found, and I find it important to state. For individuals who didn't like what I have to say, you didn't like it. I can't help that. So, what did you think what I had to say? Did you agree with me? Did you not agree with me? Leave comments down below, like, subscribe, and share this channel. And to be honest, I am a small channel on a very big platform, and even the small channels are always, for some reason, YouTube puts the algorithm the same for all of the channels. So I'm competing with people like Mr. Beast. I'm not Mr. Beast. I don't understand why YouTube does that. Like, I am a really, really, really small channel. but I try my best. So hopefully you enjoyed what I had to say. Really, again, leave a thumbs up, thumbs down. Tell me what you think of my review of Saw 10 or Saw X, however you would like to name it and call it. And again, thank you so much for visiting my channel. And until the next time, enjoy the show.